The Wii U is hot garbage! Garbage, I say! Garbage! How'd you like my acting capabilities, Spen? I figured I'd tie it into this whole episode. So I watched episode 69 today, and it was about a theater and murder. I don't know if this was filler or not, but I gotta say I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was pretty fun. An old guy comes over to Richard's place to look for Richard. Conan and Rachel say he's at a theater and a job, so the old guy takes them, and they head to that job. Who is this old guy, you might be asking? Well, that's Richard's old master. And so he shows up while Richard's on the job. He was hired because somebody sent death threats to the director and the main actress to shut down the play. And Richard has to find out who did that. While they're watching this final play actor, the main actor and the main actress are doing this final scene, kind of like a Romeo and Juliet thing, where they each drink a poison and die. But come to find out, the main actress actually died. She drank cyanide. This is where we learn that McGuire and Richard are both pupils of this master teacher who taught them to be detectives. I didn't realize they're like masters and pupils in like a detective school, kind of like ninjas or taekwondo or karate or something. I don't know. I just find that very fascinating that in this world there's like students and a master learning detective work. That was kind of cool. Anyways, the old guy claims he knows who the murderer is, so Richard and McGuire are kind of scrambling, trying to figure out who did what, who's the murderer. They're each questioning everybody, blaming everybody else, while the old guy just sits there and laughs. While they're going around blaming every other person, an accident happens, Richard hurts his back, and he has to leave. The old guy decides to stay, and Conan figures out who the murderer was. Turns out it was the main actress's manager. She's the one who poisoned the main actress. She kind of put cyanide on some fishing wire, dropped it down from the lights into the glass of water that she drank, and pulled it back out. They found the fishing wire on her. She was the one who did it. She did it because of love. She used to be engaged to the main actor, who the main actress stole, but didn't love him, and then left him and said she can have him back. So she did it out of jealousy and hatred and true love. I feel like this was a filler episode, but I don't know. Either way, I thought it was pretty fun. I like the dynamic of the master, the pupils. Like I said, I kind of think it's cool that there's like classes where they learn how to be detectives. It also gave you a little more backstory between McGuire and Richard. So that was pretty fun. Now, you asked me 3 questions. Well, you asked me 2 questions, and I'm going to answer those for you, Spen. Your first question was, have I ever shot a slingshot? No, but I have shot bows and arrows. So not quite the same. I used to have a bow and arrow that I used to shoot in my backyard, and I'd like aim and stuff and try to do it. And my friend and I played this really dumb game where we'd shoot an arrow in the sky and then try to catch it as it came down. I have no idea how we're alive or didn't lose a limb or something, but that's what we did as a kid. Your second question, Spen, was if I'm walking down the street in the middle of the night and I find a dead body, what would I do? Well, first I would poke it, because you gotta poke dead bodies. And then 2, I'd call the police. I feel like I don't know what else I would do then. Yeah. But now I got 3 questions for you, Spen. There's a glare. Have you ever been a part of theater? What is the most memorable play you've been in, and what was your role? Were you like the main actor? Were you like a side actor? Were you a tree? Let's say they have a class for anything, Spen. Anything at all, where you get to be a pupil to a master. What would you like to learn as a skill where they have the pupil-master relationship in? And like I said, in this episode, we got a little bit of a backstory between McGuire and Richard and how they know each other and how they relate. Do you think we're ever going to get like a in the past episode with Richard and McGuire, like showing them grow up in this like investigative dojo and maybe the trials and stuff they went on? I think that'd be a really fun episode to see, but I still think it'd be really cool. But that's all I got for today, Spen and everybody. Anybody else, feel free to ask questions down below or answer questions down below. I'll be sure to answer them next time. But I'll see you tomorrow, Spen. Oh, and to kind of explain, there was this whole weird day mishap thing. Spen and I figured out that I'm 2 hours ahead of him, so I did release my episode on time, but for him it showed that I released it wrong, and that's kind of where this whole confusion went, and then vice versa and stuff. But we're back on track, and we're getting there. See you tomorrow.